The Fireside Chat Club of Canada acknowledges that the land that this podcast is being recorded on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people.
This podcast is produced by the Fireside Chat Club of Canada.
Hello, and welcome to Canada as I see it. Well, there we go. We're live. And I want to thank you all for joining us today. The music that you were just listening to before we started, the really fun sort of bouncy music, was Swing Cuisine by Johnny Boyle. And yeah, I found that a little while ago and thought, that's kind of fun. Today, well, first of all, I wanted to let you know that it is 1 minute past 11 o'clock on Sunday, November 16th, 2025. It's going to be windy for the most part around this area, no higher than 8, but here's the fun part. No precipitation of any kind. Yay! Oh my. Anyhow, thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. This is the second live show I have subjected you to. Presented to you. And I want to thank you all for joining me on the ride. If you listened to the live show last year, you'll know that this doesn't really run the same way as I usually present these. First of all, I don't have the luxury of editing out mistakes and speech fillers, aka ums and ahs. I'll try and keep them to a minimum, but no guarantees. And these tend to be, well, at least at this point in their existence, more of a catch-up sort of thing. What's happening more immediately and where the podcast is headed, in the planning sense, that is. You may also hear some background sounds like telephones, chatting, and, well, home stuff. I try and make this space as studio-like as possible, but remember, I am doing this at home. I was told that someone was going to come in and bring me a coffee and introduce herself, but I already got her on that. I have my drink for the day. This actually was going to happen last week on the actual second anniversary of the podcast. You see, what I did there, here it comes again, hold on. I did an old announcer trick thing where if you have to cough, you mute your microphone because you don't really want everyone to hear you cough. And hopefully you didn't. Hopefully that mute notification worked for you. If not, then I apologize for coughing in your ears. So, back to what I was talking about. If you've been following along with me, you'll know that I had an issue with my computer. Not really a physical thing. It was more to do with it being updated. Because those of you who know Windows 10, it came to the end of its life. It sounds really morbid, actually. It comes to the end of its life. And well, really what happens is they stop updating security things and such on it. I think it's because, well, Well, no, I don't think that they, quote, really thought that an 11-year-old beast that I'm running here would still be going on this far down the road. When I built it all those years ago, I made it with the best versions of the hardware that I could find. Some components are actually the same as those that are available today. For example, for your computer types, the i7 processor. I'm using a fourth generation processor, whereas the most recent available is 14. So I think that is what helped scramble things for me a few weeks back. No worries, all data is safe, but my filing system was all jumbled, and well, frankly, now it knows how I feel, because that's what happens. I write things down, and sometimes I forget where I wrote them, and then I get all jumbled. But everything's coming back, though. I'm getting it sorted. Now, let's see. I can see people who are listening right now. Thank you. Thank you. Vladimir was first on the order there. Thank you, Vladimir. Then, let's see, Corley has joined in, and my daughter. My daughter is trying, I'm reading here, trying to listen on their television down there in Wyoming. So, so hopefully you're hearing this. Give me a thumbs up or something. I can see you writing. If I happen to see something else pop up too, anyone, I'll try and acknowledge it. What's been going on in Canada? Today, November 16th, is recognized as Louis Riel Day across the Métis homeland in Canada. It marks the anniversary of Louis Riel's execution in 1885. He was a Métis leader who was executed for his role in the Northwest Resistance, which is a stand against the government for Métis rights. You will recall that Métis people in Canada are specific cultural communities who trace their descent to First Nations and European settlers, primarily the French. And this all happened in the early decades of the colonization of Canada. Métis people are recognized as one of Canada's Indigenous peoples under the Constitution Act of 1982, along with First Nations and Inuit. Please let me know if you would like me to delve deeper into this subject, and sure enough, I'll give it a shot. Please contact me if you would like to know more. As I see it at warpole.ca. WHORPOLE.ca. I think we're far enough removed to talk about the Blue Jays again. 2 weeks ago, the Toronto Blue Jays suffered a heartbreaking loss to the Los Angeles Dodgers in the final game of the World Series. The 11th inning. Those of you who know baseball knows that's a painful way to lose. There were opportunities on both sides to end it before then. Millions of people were glued to their televisions and radios. Just off the top of my head, I recall hearing like a third of all Canada was listening or watching, and well, I was one of them. We're hoping, to be around when they pulled it off, but no, it just didn't happen. We were home for the final game, but actually I had picked up Caroline from work the night before during the penultimate game. She works directly next door to where the game was being played. And I have to say, it was like a surgical military strike. I was so proud of that. We didn't encounter any undue traffic, and I picked her up at the bottom of the ninth inning. We could almost hear the fans inside the dome. We were so close. And fortunately, unfortunately, we lost the game, but fortunately, we were on our way home by the time the game ended. So now my other team, the Blue sorry, the other one. See, okay, you just caught me referring to my notes. I looked over to check something, and then I looked back at my notes, and then back and forth, and okay, I lost myself. Yeah. Now this is the hockey team that everyone loves to hate. Let's just say I think they could take a few lessons from the Jays on how a real team works together. The Leafs have lost 6 out of their last 10 games, and they're just not gelling again. As Forrest said, that's all I have to say about that. So, we are now 11 episodes into this season of the podcast. I looked just prior to going on air, and we're up to 2,900 complete downloads, which, oh man, that's just incredible. We'll see what happens this week. We may just tick over to the 3,000 level. Now, you may have noticed too that I've been introducing a few sound effects into the mix, and no, you won't hear any this week because I'm running the whole game here, and it's enough for me to concentrate on talking while I'm doing this, and to pull sound effects into this. Gee, I might just have to hire a producer. Anyway, back to that. I've been trying to make the episodes a little more like stories. Sorry. Let me stop there for a sec. Speaking of stories, what did you think about the radio drama from a couple of weeks ago, The Monkey's Paw? I'm planning on continuing with that. Not every week, but it does take a little more production to get those out. But I do like producing them. I tried it out, and actually the week before that with the Halifax explosion. But that that was actually a true story. I do want to produce more of something like those two things. Even making a true story into a story, But much, kind of like how you would have heard 80 years ago on the radio. Well, not that any of you actually would have heard this on the radio 80 years ago, but you know what I mean. Let me know your thoughts as I see it at warpole.ca. While I'm in that promotional window right now, I'd like to remind you about buying me a coffee. You've heard me mention it, and it's actually quite easy to do. Some of you have already done it. Thank you very much. I'm looking at you, Vlad. And what it is a link that will take you to a site where you can toss some cash my way to help me with the production of future episodes and to help maintain what is seemingly becoming very persnickety equipment. Please do consider it. If you do go to my site, warpole.ca, you'll see a small yellow rectangle in the upper right corner. Just click on it, and it will help lead you through the process. Don't worry, Nothing actually happens until you click that final OK button, so you have a chance to check it out. Let's see. Thirdly, I'd like to thank Carrie for introducing the podcast this week. Carrie is a member of the 2 a.m. Club. This club is a group of my fellow university pals from X years ago. And actually, we're getting together next weekend, the 22nd. Yeah, that's fantastic. Just thinking about it, that recording actually of Carrie is about a year old now. We'll see if we can find some more people then and corner them and get them to record more introductions for me. So, what's coming up for the future of the podcast? As I said earlier, I'd like to keep up with the radio drama type of thing. I'm also still working on the Canada Provincial Series. Next up is Manitoba. If there are any of you out there from Manitoba, is there a story that you'd like me to tell about your province? It's something like a place that no one else knows about. A couple of weeks ago, my friend Kat talked about some caves that are in British Columbia. Something like that. It doesn't have to be long, maybe a minute. And if you want to record it, please do and send it to me to include in the podcast. That would be great. But if you don't want to record it, that's all right too. Just send a paragraph or two, and I can read it on the show. And of course, I'll let everyone know who told me about it. Just email me at asIseeit@warpole.ca. And since Manitoba is next on the list, do that one quickly. If you're from anywhere else in the country and would like to contribute, remember, I'm following through the provinces and territories in alphabetical order. So get your stories in as soon as possible. Before I go, I want to touch on something that just happened. Well, yesterday, actually. Caroline had another one of her shows. In case you don't know, she makes embossed greeting cards for all occasions. She was at the Etobicoke School of the Arts for their annual holiday market and craft fair. And I have to say, it was the best outing she has ever had. We're definitely putting in for next year's market. She's got a few more shows before the end of the year, and I always try and promote these on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. But if you're not on any of those, just check out my site, warpole.ca. I always post where her next show is going to be, usually at least a week in advance. And there's also a link there for you to check out what she actually makes. That link leads to her Instagram page. If you're on Instagram, it's at Care Bear Cards, CareBearCards. And if you're not on Instagram, I would suggest doing so, because you've got to see these cards. They are good. Canada, as I see it, is a production of... Actually, every time I say that, the words that go through my head are the Children's Television Workshop. Yeah, that's the late Boomer Jones Gen X thing. Sesame Street was a big part of my growing up. That's it. No, seriously though, this podcast is a production of the Fireside Chat Club of Canada. The music that you heard at the beginning and that is playing right now is Night Owls by Braden Deal. I'd like to thank you all for listening to me ramble on this week. I do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy talking, and this is the perfect outlet for that, isn't it? Take care, all. Next week, in the spirit of me not jinxing me anymore, I'm not going to tell you what's coming up. Mainly because I don't even really know yet. Have yourselves a wonderful week.